Now, that suggests maybe an outside play with smokes towards the A-bomb side instead of B. We'll have a look as to what goes down. Most teams do favor inside, but we'll have a look.
Rain aggressive toward the E-box. Will already be up close to the A-main position on entrance. In fact, he's almost back behind the box. Good setup because he catches off Edward pushing through, and Kerrigan's able to take out Simple on a crossfire that covers all of Pop Dog. So Flamey and Electronic to push toward Quad. Sandwich taken care of as they take out of Electronic onto Nico, excuse me. Kerrigan has to back away as a result of the smoke immediately thereafter. We've got the important parts of the site, and I'm still not convinced because Rain on the bomb train has support from Guardian up above. Although Guardian's low. Oh, if Zeus had hit the shot, would have changed things considerably. Follow-up, though, is swift from Electronic. So, too, from Guardian. He takes out Flamey. Bomb drop down to just Electronic in a 1 versus 3. Good hold from Faze, considering they lost ground. But they had the early kills and the smart rotation. They always had control of Navi's position.
There it is. Nice work by Faze. That's what they needed. Rain stepping up with 3 kills there towards the Pop Dog room. Nice position you mentioned, and he will be able to shut the round down. No plant coming through suggests the force buy from Navi going to this one. Indeed, it comes through. Deagle CZs. Zeus yet to buy, probably gets the PT-50 armor. Goes to the Deagle instead, and just Kevlar, no helmet for him. Simple, definitely going to be bringing out the AWP here on train. His senses must be tingling somewhat, knowing that Guardian is lacking form right now. Maybe he can really run away with this game. Guardian, though, definitely got the chance to bounce back and show us that the other 2 maps are just an anomaly. Still got train to play in. For now, they have the advantage. 1-0. One smoke to work with here, Faze. They'll deploy that momentarily. Same story for Navi. Just holding up and trying to keep things as long range as possible. They've actually got 4 rifles here, 2 of which are FAMASs. No SMG nonsense here today. 3 Deagles at the main entrance, trying to do what they can.
Good play from Nico, above on green. Flashes out and Rain's forced off from the hitch position. Good shot from Zeus on the Deagle as well to catch out Nico of all people. He's almost got a chance to find Kerrigan, who peeks back out very wide. And Electronic as Guardian. This is turning around. Edward could do the same on a Deagle. Slows things down and slows it down properly to hold the gun under control to take the head off of Olaf. It's Rain that has to be forced off the position. No kit, M4, 55 HP. You better hope that flashbang is magic, because it's all he's got to work with in this situation as Zeus already spots him and puts him lower. Only by 5 HP, but lower, and also discourages him as he runs back. This round's gone. It's 1-1.
Absolutely is. The outside play works for Navi. There's the opening frag for Navi. Actually, no, for Nico, wasn't it? He actually got the kill from the green train, and then all of a sudden it fell apart. Electronic going big once again. Seems to be proving himself in this semi-final. Once one of the world's best step. Faze. Rain will be in CT spawn, and the round will slip by, and he might not survive this one. Zeus will have maybe 3 more seconds to find him if he commits. Doesn't go around the corner, and Rain will take the M4 into the next round. Force buy now for Faze. They have 1 M4 to work with. Presumably a scout will come out. There it is for Guardian. Now this is where things get worrying. Simple $4,000 in his back pocket, AK already in hand. Knows he doesn't have to get a scout out, the AWP out just yet. Guardian saves himself $1,400. And Navi in full control once again. Wants to play. No particular stack coming in, but that might change if they send 2 players towards inside now. And will be Guardian, Olaf Meister to patrol inside. Edward working the brown halls. Very common play for him. Just making sure there's no CTs up close. Pre-firing the lower ramp there, making sure anyone that's there will have to fall back. No damage inflicted just yet.
Electronic toward Ivy. Rain and Kerrigan are positioned accordingly, but won't be aggressive. Naturally, don't have the weapons to do so. Rain at Sandwich is a good position to be in with the rifle, can transition to cover just about everywhere. Flash down. Zeus gets in first. Nico can't respond in time. Goes for a quick pre-fire, and it works through the edge of the box. He finds Zeus. On top of that, they took down Simple. They're going to find Flaming Rain with the rifle. Finally, they get a kill on the Navi side. It's Nico behind the E-box, but watch the entrance. It's already been thwarted heavily, and it's just Edward remaining. They'll re-peek, and they'll make do. 2-1, Faze recover.
Back and forth game ensues, and Navi throw the round away. Faze do manage to hold on strong to the outside bomb side there. Navi, no bomb planted. Will they force buy again? They have got Simple, remember, on $3,700. He goes for the AK. Will his teammates join him with the all-in investment? We discussed this on Overpass before. It was Rain that did this for his team, and they managed to win the round. Simple, no stranger to this setup either. We've seen him win plenty of rounds, and we've casted a lot of them on this particular map as well. He'll get the AK out and start absolutely wrecking heads as we get into round number 4 here. Molotovs, nades towards the main entrance. Scout this time for Guardian. He's got 3 unarmored players to find, so can cause a lot of damage here with the Scout. Carrigan holds tentatively towards Ivy. Electronic will make his way towards his position. And this is where Simple can really come to life here. Found a bit of wiggle room towards the Ivy, but smoked out for now. He doesn't want to fire any bullets, I should make that clear. He wants to wait until he has a guaranteed execution potential. If he starts spamming smokes, that will give everything up. But Rain, nice kill once again. Simple will be dropped. That's the AK gone. Carrigan gets it through the smoke. Looking for the double now. Should be able to do it with the Deagle. Certainly does find the bomb. 2 players remain, Zeus and Flamey. Zeus will get 2 with the Deagle, actually. Doubt he gets much more out of this one, but we'll see what he can manage to find. Tags 1 bullet towards Carrigan, but that's it. Carrigan with 3K. Shuts down the threat towards Ivy with the AK-47. And they sort of stabilize now. Simple, the problem is with that buy, man, he can't buy the AWP anymore. And he was saving up for it.
So 3-1 for Faze. No stranger to train and success on it. Good spray down from Kerrigan, good control. A little bit easy, I suppose, by the gray screen, but he still had to control with the Deagle to swap over, and then AK at range to find Zeus. Lead by example, as we find ourselves back into somewhat of a buy, as you mentioned, for Navi. Simple far away from the AWP, he's only at the CZ75. Smokes go both ways. Make an agreement, perhaps, that no one wants to contest Ivy. Both with the same idea from the opposing side. Meanwhile, it's Navi to get aggressive at the brown hall. Zeus already checking the corner. Hasn't fully committed to the peak toward the tanker, but as we can see it now on the map, no one is there. Olaf is outside of Z connector, waiting to, well, put smoke down, I suppose. I was going to say spray into the alleyway, but nade it instead. Guardian, good find on Edward immediately on arrival. Bomb still not planted. In fact, it's going to go back. They're trying to sell this. They've got everyone inside of the B site. They've rotated to Z connector. They're going to commit to this as well because they don't have information. The forward stance of Navi is buying a ton of time. It means, though, that Simple with a CZ is the man that has to clutch it. So even though he's planted this down, if he had an AK, I might give him a shout in this. He only has the CZ. He's got to nail Rain. Wow. He's got to get the gun. Now that he's got the gun, and with Guardian on 6 HP, this could be brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely could be. The fact he's found that kill, now he has armor and the bomb down. He does have somewhat of an advantage here. The CT's not playing together. Look at Guardian's HP. This could all fall apart for Faze.
Guardian reveals that he's coming from Ivy. Low HP. Easy from Simple! And he nails Nico! What a read! He went back because they couldn't get a clean bomb plant, and his team did everything needed to give him space. And the AK picked up from Rain. That is as good as it gets.
3 versus 1 for Simple there. HLTV just posted. He's won 13. What an X situation this tournament. Make it 14 now. Unbelievable. He knows what he has to do every single time. It's just perfect CS. Dodges that flashbang straight towards connector, knowing they'll be pincering him. Rex, his nemesis there, Nico. Oh my God, that's good.
Where's the card for that one? It seemed worthy. 3-2, Navi stealing it.
Yeah, he's above and beyond anyone else right now. This tournament especially, he's making people look foolish. So much skill, so much talent available. There's a strong reason as to why Navi have made it to the semi-finals, maybe even the grand final at this point. Electronic will open things up. It is a forced buy from Faze, but one that doesn't look like it'll work out for them. 5 versus 3 now. Nico still alive and kicking. Upgrades to an AK-47. He needs to pull out something wonderful now. Simple, though, might not even give him the chance. Spots a player out of connector. They know Nico is towards a pop dog, and this is looking more and more impossible for him. Bomb will be planted. I just knew, man, as soon as he got that CZ and connector, it just looked like Rain's definitely dead here. As soon as he gets the AK in his hand, the bomb's already down. Game over. He knew he was going to win. That snap towards connector was just unbelievable.
So Nico to push up behind the tanker. Navi with back-to-back rounds, potentially. Unbelievable stuff as Zeus will go hunting. Didn't quite spot his back end working towards CT down the B hallway, so I think, although he could still check it, I think he gets away with this. Zeus seems to have an idea. Nico desperately wants this AK. Should get the kill. Oh, missed it. Nico never misses those shots, even has a little chuckle about it, because that's not characteristic at all, as Zeus will take the weapon away. Better still for Navi, 3-3. And guns gone for Faze.
$2,000. After forging their way back into this after losing the pistols, Faze find themselves in another tricky predicament. Remember, this is a CT-sided map. They're about to lose the lead. Navi definitely going to take this to full distance. Who will win? Not clear just yet, but Navi definitely applying the pressure. Simple to keep this up as he finds another pick. He's going to be really difficult to contain. This is his home map, I think. This is where he does his absolute best work. We've seen it so many times when he gets the AWP out. And what is this stack? Interesting, but I'm not going to do anything for them, I'm afraid.
It's interesting indeed on the old bomb train. Olaf yet to post a kill. Not characteristic at all. As he sits 0 and 5. Simple leads the way. That doesn't surprise anyone, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Flamey downs Kerrigan after they did get one kill. Trying to get the gun from it. But they'll be pinched. They'll be contained. And they'll be drained of their HP. Or will they? Flamey struggling to do so. Not going to get that AK because Electronic is there immediately. He'll go get it instead after he gets the kill on the MAC-10. 4-3 for Navi. Guns back and immediately purchased from Faze.
5 and 4s. No AWP. As you mentioned, Olafmeister 0 and 5. After 7 rounds played, Rain is at the top. He's at least staying on Simple's level in terms of frags. Well, almost doubling them almost, but, you know, still fine. Simple, $7,000. He will be rolling with the AWP, of course. Tactical pause for Navi. 1 defuse kit available on the Faze side. They don't really have many options right now. Without the AWP on train, you can go for aggressive pushes, but you could be running into a complete disaster. They don't really have that much utility. They rush like 2 players lower ramp. Edward is always patrolling that area. Everyone knows that. They could push towards Ivy. You've got a chance that the AWP is ready and waiting for you. Let's see what they decide to do. The tactical timer does allow Faze to talk as well, not just Navi. Will they use it and try and throw a spanner in the works? Definitely an option. With only 1 kit available, could be quite a viable one. Molotov towards main entrance to stop the rush. That's thrown by Nico. As you can see, pushes Flamey back. Double it up with HE grenades and no aggression from the CTs. Just utility deployed at the start. Rain. Playing in front of any potential smokes he deployed.
Flash down toward the B site. No pressure or aggression to follow it. Nico gets up toward the blue train. He'll watch inside of A main. Can almost confirm that that's clear. Doesn't quite know what would be on the left side on entry, but with smokes now heading on toward the A site, they will head that direction. Nico fallen back in the meantime. Rain dodges out flashes and then realizes that he can hear them above. This should be a call for rotation. They have put Guardian inside already. M4 though, not an AWP, and he can't do anything with it. Good find from Zeus. Watch for Olaf. He's got 1 kill immediately back in return, but traded by the same man that found the first kill. Zeus stepping up to find one of many doubles that he's had in this series. Edward tapping, gets the timing perfect, and Flamey's on the lurk.
This is beautiful stuff from Navi. These tactics are much better. We didn't see this in the early games from Navi. Their tactics are off almost, but this is looking much better. Definitely been putting in the homework. Carrigan, no chance as Edward just executes him out of the smoke there. And that's another eco for Faze, I'm afraid. Great play by Navi. And that's the perfect thing to do. Knowing they have no AWPs, the money's low, they don't necessarily have enough utility. Slow round into a full execution. Push down there, lock them out with the Molotovs, the smokes. It seems like Faze will be forced by, I see the scouts. No, they don't go all in. They keep themselves about $2,000. So they purchased CZ's, a scout, a couple of sets of armor. Not looking good here at all.
Don't forget you can win some skins from this event by heading over to facebook.com/CSSLTV. You have to subscribe to the page, but find the corresponding post, repost it, or comment on it with the champions of this event, and you can be entered in that. So if you like cool skins, you can do that.
That is live now, up until the end of the event, I'd imagine. So go do it.
Edward's already peeking toward the upper side of B. Olaf's on top of the ladder. I take that back. He's not actually. He's just behind it. Looking he was. Tries to swing out. Doesn't even matter. AK's directly in his face. Not much he could have asked from him in that situation, as Electronic will follow that up to find Guardian. Flamey to Nico. Flamey to Kerrigan. Whoever you please to Rain, because this round is now going to be the 6th for Navi. He does get Edward, but 6-3 will be our scoreline.
Yeah, nothing he can really do about this one. Rain might just want to save the armor at this point, down to 12 HP. He'll just be falling back as Navi extend their lead 6-3 now. Doubling the score of Faze, of course. We're looking for any sort of exit frags he can find here. A chance as well for them to discuss their approach next round. Will they go for the double orbs there? In terms of the loss bonus, they're a maximum. So with 2K save per player, they can definitely do double orbs if they really want to. $3,400 per player coming in. Rain will find an AK. He actually gets blown towards the back of the side there. That's a bit of luck.
That's not bad at all.
So he can drop an AWP now. Guardian will purchase it. 2 and 6 for him. Olafmeister, another keen AWP at 1 and 7. Getting to double digits in terms of the rounds played, and still Faze. They won the pistol, remember, and they've only really fought back on rounds and they've been on UMPs, Deagles, CZs. In terms of the tactics, Navi looking much better today. I'm really impressed by what they're bringing to the table right now. Combined with Simple's clutch ability, you've got a recipe for disaster right there. Edward once again in the brown halls. Another default round for Navi at this point.
Kerrigan.
No run boost there, but it's a safer approach. A run boost sometimes can fail. We've seen it many times, right? So just jumping across like that actually is safer.
Yeah, a stupid amount of times, to be honest. How often that fails.
And it does get so tilting when you're being the one thrown across and it doesn't go well. You're just like, well, that was a waste of a kill. That way is not as cool. You do definitely get spotted jumping like that, but it's safe. You won't mess that up.
I think the worst in that situation is I think you can get the lower half of the torso, but usually you get legged.
Yeah.
And that's it. So Rain toward Pop Dog will put his attention on A main right now, waiting with his back turn because he has the noise cues as well as flashes and all of that good stuff to worry about. Guardian in front of the red train. Flashed twice, will fire, and Flamey will know that he's nearby.
Team Sniper this time positioned towards the bomb train itself. Very common position, but Rain's gone down. It's Zeus who's actually been pretty good in this semi-final so far. Guardian goes down to an AK again, Matt. This is not good enough.
Simple
Faze is
still
rolling
sits,
over.
by the way, on 6 kills. It's Flamey that's stepping up just as he did against Astralis. Flamey was ungodly yesterday against Astralis. Nico in control room is seemingly lacking of it. Yes. As he'll climb back down the ladder. Flamey's inside Z connector. If he's not careful, he'll be caught in that position as well. How amazing for Navi would it be? How beautiful in terms of a storyline would it be for Revenge to take down Guardian in this building after he left their team?
That's so true, actually. I didn't consider that. There's a lot of storylines in Counter-Strike, but that's a very good one.
So Kerrigan trying to salvage what he can from this round.
Not much by the looks of things. Gets legged by Simple. The Deagle's out. He punishes him there, and it's going to be another success round for Navi.
I like how Kerrigan ran around the corner, thinking no one would be there with his knife, and then looked at him and was like, I'm going to turn around.
Yeah,
that's instantly
that's the
back, turn around the corner. Didn't even try and fight it.
Oh my goodness. They could buy this one. Rain's got 7k, but at this point I'm thinking it's the AWP even worth being dropped. Like, maybe not worth forcing around that. He will drop it. Goes in the hands of Guardian again. we don't have control or communication as spectators. I'd really love to follow his flight path right now and see where he's heading towards. There's the scores, as you can see. Guardian and Olaf almost missing in action. Nico, very quiet game as well. Great frag distribution for Navi. Rain still at the top. He's the only one really performing, and Carrigan up there with him is not good news. You might think, oh, it's good that Carrigan's still providing frags. Actually, no, it's not. If the fact he's anywhere near the top is suggesting something's gone pretty significantly wrong for them. So they've bought an AWP map. They haven't forced around it. They're just hoping Guardian can single-handedly carry this round for them. That is a tall order.
So Flamey sits toward A main. It's a very tall order. If Guardian's going to show up in this series, what a time to do it, but my goodness. Edward will get into toward Brown Hole a little bit further. Simple. Molotov thrown to hold Rain inside this time of Pop Dog. Zeus will spray this like he often does. Get ready. Oh, okay. Nade first. This is the one he misses. Let's see if he gets the lineup right this time, Henry. He does.
There it is.
Brilliant. Nails them both.
Oh, look at the damage as well.
Wow, that's worth it.
Yeah, he has just anyone who's not realizing we've been watching that nade thrown throughout this tournament by Zeus. It's missed almost every single time, but just when it matters in the semi-final, he's nailed it.
Matters considerably when you can consider the damage done by it. Flamey takes down Rain. It's pretty straightforward considering, as we mentioned, Zeus has already done the massive amount with the nade. Gun barrel sticking out. Nico, he wants to swing out and catch that, but he's got to worry about Pop Dog first. Misses the headshot. Usually those are pretty easy for Nico, but Zeus follows it. Olaf now on the site. Goes back out and does poke away at Zeus long enough to get him down. Guardian still with the AWP. Sits with 62. Make that 36 as an aid lands. And has to back away to Z-Connector, taking away the position he had to cover off from Hell. Olaf's gotten the rotation call from Guardian that it's very likely Electronics heading in that direction, but he's gone, and it's down to a 1 versus 3, and the AWP might have to be saved.
I think you might be right there. It gets one kill, but certainly not enough to win a round. This will be Navi taking the lead, at least winning the half. Guardian might be able to save the AWP. That's certainly required. Maximum loss bonus. They can buy another one next round, but it'd be great if he can save it. Finds his 4th kill of the round with those 2 kills that don't equate to a match victory. Simple and Electronic to find him down. Look at the money swelling for Navi right now. 11K, as soon to be $14,000 map for those 2 players at the top. So much, but that's pretty much them set for the half now.
Yeah, we're going into round 12. I would say that's not a bad suggestion.
Yeah, so 15K for Flamey. Same story for Simple. Yeah, that's unreal. They've got so much money.
You almost want to buy for Electronic. And
yeah, so you don't limit yourself.
Exactly, because you can only get 16K, right?
Yeah.
Because now Zeus goes down to 49.50. I'm sure they're fine either way, but
yeah, it's at this thing, right? It's round number 12, and it shouldn't be a massive factor going forward. Simple still on 14,000, even when he gets the AWP. Last chance saloon for Faze. They do need to place at least 5-6 rounds here, as Flamey will go towards main entrance. Doesn't nail the bunny hops, won't commit to the peak, I don't think. Just to get to the corner though. Good nade at his feet. Takes him down to 66. That's thrown courtesy of Rain. Flamey has been hitting absolutely everything. As he gets ready, the nade in Rain's hand. If he peeks now, that would be horrible. He does it. Flamey sneaks out. Nico dropped down off the trade, and will he be taken down? He will. Equal trade.
Good read from Flamey, expecting that he would be pushed from sandwich first.
That's a great kill to find as well. If you think about it, Nico's tilting. You see from his player cam, every time he dies, he looks really mad at this point. Just keep taking him down with annoying little frags like that. Keeps him on a leash almost. He won't be doing anything wild anytime soon.
Good shot, Electronic. Kerrigan trying to get some information and pull it back for his team. It's come out far worse than his goals were intended to do. Or what he was hoping to achieve as Guardian gets inside sandwich with the AWP. Edward in the sandwich. Guardian and Olaf are rotating B for lack of information.
Oh, yes.
And that's a problem because the bomb starts to come down Ivy now, so the op's going to be out of position. The only one there's Rain, and Edward just destroys him jumping on the bomb train, trying to see toward Hell.
Desperate times now. Sniper needs to step up, and maybe this is his chance. Knows the players towards Popdog, reading the situation well, but down he goes. He'll be pounced upon, and there's still 10 seconds to get the bomb down. Guardian dropped, and Olofmeister left in this unwinnable situation. He's at the top of the Popdog. He knows it's being watched, and he'll just have to play, man, and hopefully take someone down with him. But like we said, the money's so strong, it would mean almost nothing. 9-3. Feels like Faze are checked out.
I would say that's
Have
probably
we seen
true.
a change of pace? Have we seen an aggressive strat? Have we seen the orb move around? Has Guardian tried to get towards the upper ramp, for example? No. It's all been very flat, and I guess the problem is they don't want to take any risk right now as they're not even nailing the fundamentals, and maximum loss winners comes in, but that's still not enough to win around. Guardian buys the orb straight away. His teammates only have around 4K per player, so they will go all in by the looks of things.
I haven't had as many custom signs around the maps this time from Starladder.
That's true. They don't have the big girls everywhere.
Yeah. We get interesting Easter eggs.
So an MP9 for Olofmeister. Carrigan on the FAMAS. Nico and Rain do bring out the big guns. M4A4s, one kit available. It's an okay buy. Certainly not ideal. Guardian with no utility whatsoever. Similar story for Carrigan, just one smoke. Guardian does save $2,000 overall, so he can still buy another orb next round. Simple's only on 7 kills, by the way, just to note. I say only, but the scoreline suggests that he'll be carrying this game, but his teammates stepping up. Flamey looks great. Edward looks good. Zeus finding frags.
Flamey's a trained master, apparently.
Here we go.
Good play from Guardian. And Carrigan, who slips out with the MP9. That shuts them down, not expecting his presence to be so close. Good start, and great shot. Simple gone as well. It's all to Flamey. Minute 29, and the round's over. Nico shuts them out. Finally, Faze gets something rolling. 9-4. Still a chance they could pull this back to a 9-6 half as we hit round 14. Again, you mentioned it. Tons of money for Navi, so that's not an issue. They do it with 5 alive, though. So round 14, they'll have money round 15. We've got gun rounds all the way through.
But finally, some adaptation from Faze. They're actually getting a little bit more aggressive, a little play there towards the Ivy. The MP9 set up by the AWP, and that's what I want to see. Some signs alive that this team is still thinking on their feet and adapting to what Navi are bringing to the table here, which has been an almost perfect game plan so far. Guardian this time, he goes aggressive. This is what we wanted to see, him getting his confidence back and committing to some of these picks, but does he nail it? Yes, he does. That's much better. Unfortunately for him, Simple took down Rain at the exact same time. Still a 4-4, which favors Navi, but that's what I want to see from Guardian. He's not rattled yet.
Carrigan takes down Flamey. Good shot back from Nico. Pace has been upped considerably from Faze as they want to force the issue against Navi, but that means going against Simple, and he'll happily play your game. As he shuts down Guardian, he's going to force Nico out as well. Nico's smart. He backs off in a straight line with the E-Box so as not to expose himself from A-Main.
Very smart. He was expecting Nico to jump out and avoid the flames, but he did go in a very correct manner. Straight backwards on Olofmeister should be able to cover his teammate for now. Simple with a minute to work with, and he's won so many clutches in this event, 14 so far. Both the CTs have AK-47. Simple has got them seriously worried as to where he's heading. They're playing this correctly, though, playing together, making sure there's no trade potential. There we go, though. Olofmeister finishes things off. Nothing to worry about really there. And we go into round number 15. Somewhat brought back together for Faze. They have a nice, decent buy here for the final round. Double up set up once again. Good to see Guardian pushing inside.
Great to see Guardian pushing inside. Great to see anything happening for Faze, to be fair, after how quiet they've been this game. As we get with a tactical pause to the end of the first half. Navi want those double digits, apparently.
See if it's possible. Simple puts down the AK, brings out the AWP. Carrigan on the secondary AWP for the CTs. Final round of the first half here. Faze down but not out. Crowd comes to life. You can hear them roaring in the background. They know this is looking very good for the hometown favorites. Inside play though from Navi this time, focusing 3 players towards the brown hole. Zeus, not going to let Guardian have that sort of reign once again. Just Olaf Meister alone inside for now. Guardian does rotate in from Connector, throws an Incendiary to buy some time to reposition. Could be a full-on inside play here, Matt. You've got 4 players at the brown holes. These plays have been working out quite nicely for them, but look, he's at it again. Nails it, but there's a trade.
Flaming in all the way, but not quite taking the right to the site. He goes forward, and Olaf gets 2. Nico's going to follow it up. It's down to Simple yet again. 1 versus 3. Knows that they're close because they're spraying into him and actually making contact with his feet. And can still run. Pop Dog takes a quick peek down it and goes back up. Back over toward B. Bomb in his hands certainly makes things interesting. If it was down, whole different situation. He's going to push on Olaf as well. He could catch him out because Olaf's making a bit of noise. Shoulder peek. Did he see him? Yeah, okay, he did because smokes are going out. Flashes as well. Nades definitely spotted him as he backed off. Simple tries to hit the shot under Rain, who's very low, but can't manage it. Molotov in between the trains, in fact above, so Olaf can't go up the ladder. Does he know that Rain's slipping up? He's going to spot his foot. Spots it. Oh, but can't nail it. Good shot from Rain. 9-6. They pull it back, Faze. Only just.
There we go. Actually making it a lot more realistic now they can get back into train. 9-6. Definitely possible. Gotta need a pistol on the T side of train though, but Navi, they'll be fine with that. Would have liked to pick up maybe 1 more, make the double digits come in. Still, Carrigan and co. not looking their usual selves. Good adaptation by the end there. That's what I wanted to see. We're saying that throughout the mid stages of that half. They need to start adjusting things and bring in some unique setups and some plays where they can bait each other in and work off each other. They were so isolated before. I felt like everyone was in a 1-on-X situation across the map. Olaf Meister couldn't find a single kill. And as soon as Guardian started getting a little bit more assertive at the start and using his teammates to help bait him in, that's when he finds frags, starts pushing inside, finds his confidence. And maybe that's enough to bring him back to life for the final half of this best of 3. 1 map apiece. Winner goes to the grand finals against Mousesport. Loser goes home. We'll have a look at the buys. A Deagle for Guardian. That's more like it. Let's see what we can do with this weapon. Looking for the 1 taps in the outside area to find his 10th frag of train so far. We'll see where he heads towards. He's going towards Ivy, in fact. Edward watches patiently towards the main entrance. Nico is there. Very defensive hold from Navi. There's 1 player inside. It's going to be Zeus. Remember, he replaced Flamey on this particular map. Flamey for so long played inner. Did a very good job at it.
Guardians. Fair enough. Good movement mechanics. Going to go back down toward A main, where Nico currently is. Electronic. Aware of a presence toward that position as bullets hit the wall behind him. Will make the call. The call that rotates Edward, Flamey, and Simple into position, and they've got kills. Flamey's got a second. It's down to just Rain. He sits in the open, and Navi gets the second pistol.
Absolutely do. Stunning stuff from Flamey as usual. 16 kills for him now. Been one of the better tournaments for him overall. Faze getting nothing there. No bomb plant. Double digits achieved. It's Flamey getting it done with the P2000. Used to be Guardian's home weapon. Seems like Flamey is the main user of it now. Takes that bomb down. The execution completely eradicated. Force spy from Faze. Everyone but Guardian investing fully into this one. The Eagles, CZs, and Faze always going to have some sort of horse in this race. We'll see whether they can actually do anything with it. Carrigan with a chance though. Simple takes him down. Controls the spray nicely. 5-on-4.
Edward can't quite spot Guardian backing away. So he gets in toward the sandwich instead. Opening pick going against Carrigan. Comfortable. They'll head toward B for the fast plant potential that it does certainly possess. Zeus is the only one directly on that site currently. I do say currently because As time goes on, I think Flamey will be ready to rotate. In fact, he's going to go now. The utility deployed. Bomb certainly gets planted from this far away. Good find from Flamey as he catches Olaf almost instantly, but he's taken down from Nico. A deagle shot. It's quite good from that range. Zeus and Simple, leaving us just with Nico. Each find kills. Nico's got another on the deagle. Careful, lads. Don't get too close. He's an angry animal, apparently.
Absolutely. Bomb will be defused though. Simple will take care of that. 2 kills for him. Definitely got it comfortable. And Nico, although he hasn't shown us those insane monster-like performances through the last stages of this tournament, he always is going to be a definite fear factor for Navi. Bomb planted, but a full eco as Navi should find their 12th round here. What a stunning upset this would be, Matt. Faze versus Navi, everyone has thought this would be, well, okay, Navi got to a semi-final, maybe they're going to start rebuilding here. To actually make it to the final, I think that would actually be a massive deal. In a best of 3 against Faze, this will be very promising for Navi's future. And the way they've turned things around as well. I remember sitting at this very desk only a few days ago saying, right, well, they've got that 24-hour period before the playoffs start. They've got a lot of work to do. And you can't argue with these results. They're actually looking like a much better unit. The tactics are more on point. The key players are there. They're not losing to anti-ecos every single time. So this is a Navi that's at least getting my attention at this point.
Rain. Still trying to find space. They'll go to the upper hallway. Flashes out. Flamey's blind. He gets picked apart. Zeus manages to get Kerrigan, thankfully, because Nico had a kill beforehand, but they're controlling the situation. And they're looking to make this the 12-6 scoreline before the guns are brought out from Faze. They do exactly that. And now we get things underway. Deficit for Faze to overcome. And they'll go immediately onto the AWP for Guardian to try and do so.
Navi in touching distance now of closing this game out, doubling the score once again of Faze. They can afford to make a few mistakes on their way there. Guardian back on the AWP, up against Simple this time though. Bonus round of swords, not really. It's only 1 UMP for Zeus. They are going to have 3 rifles accompanying the AWP. Nico nades towards the bomb train itself, no damage inflicted there. It's Flamey rattles off bullets towards main entrance. Simple is boosted in the connector on the ticket booth. Waiting to see if anyone dares challenge him.
Flamey trying to spot them, doesn't realize Nico's gone so far up inside of the site. Thankfully realizes it and can hear him, because if Nico was able to slip around the bomb train, it could have been massively problematic for Navi. Instead, they maintain an advantage, but only just with Edward taking down Kerrigan. He's got a lineup toward Guardian, and Guardian's the last alive, so they know exactly where he is. How do they play it? I say exactly. He has transitioned across the backside of the wall, but Simple's got the shot.
13-6, the pause comes through. A very average attempt to the outside execution by Faze there. It did open things up though. Guardian got the first kill on Electronic, but the floodgates just opened at that point. Edward looking great with the rifles right now. Finds his 12th frag. Down to pistols once again for the international squad. The fans starting to assemble at the front of the stage. They want to greet the hometown heroes. The victory does come through. CZs. 1 deagle for Nico. They haven't gone all in here. They can't afford to. Too much on the line. So close to being defeated. Here at StarSeries semi-finals right now. 3rd and final map. Could be a Navi versus Mousesports grand final. I don't think anyone had saw that coming with the stacked competition we had here.
Simple. To get boosted up by Flamey. Didn't quite get there the first time. If he had, he might have been able to catch Kerrigan, because he's quickly inside of the site with the CZ. Smokes off the Molotov. They're aware that those have been extinguished, however. They would have heard that, so Flamey positions in accordance with that setup in mind. He's got better than that. He's turned around and realized they got through Ivy. Makes up for the fact that they lost Electronic. But look at Kerrigan. He took out Simple. He's got the AWP, and they've got a chance in a 2 versus 2.
Absolutely have a chance if Edward could thwart them. He doesn't manage to finish off the kill there towards Nico. 2-on-2. Kerrigan with the AWP in hand. Could that be the kill? Zeus gets flashed by his teammate, but luckily avoids it. Edward patiently waits. Still a minute to work with it. The bomb will make its way back towards T-spawn. The tension starting to mount now. FaZe know they can win this round. This kill could do it. Zeus, the timing. Nico had a guaranteed frag there. He turned around at the exact moment Zeus walked into his crosser. That's insane. This is what Counter-Strike's so cool.
Oh, it would have been a kill that potentially could have confirmed the round as well.
Yep.
Because Zeus is alone, he may still go down. Oh, the timing again! They had the AWP staring at Zeus. It's exactly what he shows on the inside of the bomb tray. Nico tries to fire at Edward. Now they know where both are. How do they respond, though? Deagle tries to peek out, nails Zeus. Now, I dare say, FaZe controls the round, even though he's on 2 HP, Nico. Kerrigan has to plant 16 seconds. Edward slides out, and he's got them both lined up. Can he control the spray? Just barely. Just barely, but he gets the round.
Not the cleanest of sprays, Matt, but they all count. Kerrigan was absolutely done for there. The AWP on his back, the bomb just being planted. Edward knows it wasn't pretty, but he doesn't care at this point. He even has a little smile on his face there.
He doesn't plant safely behind the train, because Nico had just spotted Edward that far back and then killed Zeus. There's no possible way he would have been able to shoot the default spot. And Kerrigan just sits in the open for him.
Oh. Tough times. 14-6, and that was so close, and another round is going to tilt them off the face of the planet. Nico knows this is still possible, though. Never over. They will have the AWP. The full buy comes in once again. The loss bonus and the bomb being planted means it's absolutely fine in terms of the finances.
And everyone already accumulating at the front of the stage in anticipation to try and get an autograph from one of the Navi players, or perhaps all of them. The sole believer in the crowd, FaZe up. I don't know if they'll be going up to the finals. Remember, there is a, that is a Brave fan. There is a third place game tomorrow. Perhaps in honor of the Olympics, we'll do a bronze medal game. Simple. Flashed off the angle, has the AWP at B. Gun round again for FaZe as they are against a max boss. Bonus Rain walks out. Great shot from Simple.
Well, that's job done, Matt. 5-4. Apply the pressure even more. Starting to bury FaZe alive here. Kill by kill. Simple opens things up for his team. And that's Rain going down, one of the key fraggers of the FaZe side. They still have a minute to work with here. They need to avoid match point at this stage. It's way too early on. The game will be lost if it goes to 15-6. Guardian, AWP towards Ivy, a player to work with him. Smokes towards outside. They'll try and pincer this area. Olofmeister, a pop dog, 3 at Ivy. Sendry, though, buys the Navi squad some time. Zeus wants to check it. That is not the correct move. Falls back. Flashbang comes in. He'll be able to avoid it. No more incendiaries for the CTs and a chance for Nico to open things up here.
Destroys Zeus. Electronic makes up for it, though, with the amount of utility down at the end of the Ivy hallway. Nico's got bomb. He wants to work out past Hitch. Edward's making sure they don't take backtracks and go by them. The setup's reasonable. That smoke allows Electronic to play E-Box, but there's a timer on that because he'll be left in the open. They have to deal with Olaf first. Electronic needs to move and get away. And he does, and in doing so gets Olaf at the same time. 15 rounds and series points for Navi.
Well,
15-6. They destroyed Astralis. They're doing the same to FaZe.
It feels like they should be done now. They will have one more attempt. 9 rounds in a row required to take it to overtime. Stranger things have happened in Counter-Strike. If ever there was a team to pull this one off, FaZe would be in the conversation to do it. Little utility, no helmet on Guardian, and maybe just a B rush here. The Hail Mary call. What can be done? The nade won't do too much damage there. Actually does catch Nico in transition. They'll go towards the upper ramp, and there's only one player there, but they are rotating in. Guardian the first frag. Flamey instantly replies, and Zeus panicking somewhat there. Not going to be ending the round like that, I'm afraid. And this could be Faze at least winning this round. It looks very likely to be the case.
Simple trying to spot the positions inside of the site. He goes aggressive, Rain's behind the train, and Guardian is far enough forward he can certainly have a say. Not a lot of money, so the fact that Faze now find a 7th round, Navi's going to have to save and be patient to close out this game. 20 kills for Rain leads the way. They could have used that last map, certainly.
Definitely.
Simple up to 18 as he comes alive in the second half, but Flamey still overall on 23.
Well, they won't be able to close it out just yet, but they do save the AWP and the M4, the inside rush from Faze. We have mentioned this a few times. It's now Zeus who plays inner. It is a weakness on the map. There's no conversation there to be had. It just is. He's one of the weaker players on the team. Usually they're anchoring by himself. You go towards upper, he's not going to multi-frag you. Well, they keep focusing on that part of the map. Time will tell. Roban looking a little bit more nervous now. New tactical timeout. Straight into it. Single AWP setup. One more round for Navi. That's all they need here. They'll be going to the grand finals. In front of their fans against Mouse Sports, an international squad who have been having an excellent last 6 months. Lots of finals, a couple of wins chucked in. Good grenade to Edward though. Takes a lot of damage there, might even get wall banged. Not going to be the case.
Edward fully blind at the bottom of Pop Dog, running in is Rain. He takes down Electronic. Zeus knows they're in the site. Patience on his shots, give him credit to find Rain, and it's Edward to follow up on Kerrigan. Things getting worse, and awkward as Flamey slips in behind. He finds Guardian above, and he takes Nico as well. It's down to just Olaf, and he's taken out immediately by Simple. How fittingly, as it goes 16 rounds and 2-1 in favor of Navi.
Excellent scenes there. Navi have done it. Knocked out Faze in the semi-finals in their hometown. Just after Guardian has left the squad, Zeus comes back in and he knocks them out. I have to say, Faze, disappointing. Best of 3 from them, but Navi, I can't argue with that result at all. I called them out in the group stages and they fixed all the problems. The tactics looking on point, all of the squad looking like they're fragging right now, including Zeus. And they're not losing the pistols every single time. All the issues that were there have been overcome. And Faze look like a very average team today. They have got some work to do before the event's coming up in a few days now.
Some hugs for Guardian from the management of Navi. He was obviously a large part of that organization, but he does not look happy whatsoever with this series, and you cannot blame him. Navi to the grand finals in their home event. They'll play against Mouse Sports, who are also underdogs looking to be overachievers in this event.
Yeah, absolutely.